All right. Greetings, royal queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and definitely a welcome back to the Queen Tulsa Show. We are definitely here to address numerous of things. But before we get into that, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set all of your notifications so that you don't miss any of the hot topics and fire content. We're going to be giving some acknowledgement to our legendary Debra Wilson. Okay. If you don't know who Debra Wilson is, Debra Wilson was the star on Mad TV back in the day. Uh-huh. See, I come from that era, you know. I really enjoy me some Debra Wilson. I mean, she's so fun, so energetic, and definitely the people's champ. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now, Oprah Winfrey has been making the headlines, child, like second by second by second. They were recently at an award show, you know? And you would think with Oprah being in the spotlight, I believe it was the Choice Awards, Video Music Choice Awards, or something like that. Well, y'all get into this.
Oprah, usually we have a plate of very decorative homes and a lot of liquor. We sit on stuff, but this is like a buffet. Where are the lamb chops? Because and I was like, I think I had more hungry. Listen. Oprah, usually we have a plate of very decorative homes.
Oh, wow. So you can hear one of the ladies saying, Oprah, we would usually have like a decorative plate and, we would have a nice meal. Fantasia says, where are the lamb chops after being served pizza in a bag at Critics' Choice Awards? What do you think about this? What do you all think about it? What are your thoughts? Uh-huh. I want to know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on that? Oprah is still out here making the people upset. And Taraji, she was there. Taraji, she was there. Oh, yes, she was. Absolutely waiting. I mean, just seriously waiting on her turn. You see her right there saying about Fantasia? Okay, get into it. Let's get into it. Okay. LaRon Hill is definitely in the building. Says, yes, I remember Debra. She's the crack me up doing them with impersonations of Whitney. Unfortunately, LOL. Hey, Queen. Hey. How you doing? Okay, get into it. Yes, and we're actually going to show a few clips of Miss Debra tonight. But before we do that, make sure you all please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. All right, so let me go ahead and bring something else up. The topics, they have really been rolling in, and Oprah, she's been like definitely doing the most out here in these streets. So give me 1 second as I bring up this particular interview with Debra Wilson. Debra Wilson is actually going to let you know how allegedly Oprah navigates, as far as like standing up for women, women's pay, and that whole situation right there. Now, let me go ahead and bring this up right here. So I'm going to drop that. I'm going to bring this interview up. And I want you guys to really pay attention to this. Pay attention to this particular interview. Let me see. Okay, so this particular interview right here, this is Debra. Oh no, Lauren, you're fine. Sorry, I can't spell tonight. No, you are fine. I know what you meant. So I want you guys to really get into this. So this is Debra Wilson on why she quit Mad TV. They didn't even negotiate with her. As far as like I said, she was the star of the show. And LeBron, you know Debra Wilson. She's definitely the star. But I want this is very interesting because she speaks about Oprah, right? Let's go.
Time at Mad TV, a lot of people, would see that come to an end after a successful 8 seasons. With you in particular, what would lead to that decision for you?
I recognize that there are people who came in after me. I was a tenured cast member from the beginning, from pilot, and people were coming in after me, making more than me.
Wow. Hold up.
And when I realized that there was, white male cast members who were coming in after me, making more than me, I went, okay, can we talk about this? And the answer essentially was no.
Wow. Really?
Okay. So I'd hit essentially what I wanted to do and what I wanted to create on that show did not hit a glass ceiling. But when I was told that all the things you want to create and be on.
Now listen to this. If you know Debra Wilson, if you know her role, Miss Thing, she knows how to bring it. She knows how to serve it. And she definitely knows how to entertain. At the end of the day, she is definitely an actress. She's an entertainer. When I tell you she channeled Oprah, she channeled okay, here, give me 1 second, guys. She channeled them to the T, in my opinion. When you talk about somebody channeling Oprah and Whitney Houston, I mean, she's definitely the champ. No one else. I don't see it for no one else except for Debra when it comes to that. You know what I mean? They say she's trying to flee to Switzerland with 100 million. Oh, really? So is the block getting hot for Oprah? Okay. Is Oprah trying to tag it up out of here? Why is she trying to get to Switzerland? Because they're like the most not judgmental people, I think. If memory serves me correctly. I think I heard someone say that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, allegedly, they're saying who is. Let's go.
Show has a monetary value, and we don't value it as much as the new people coming in. That's when I left.
What? Hold on. What was that? Was the ceiling with the white men, or did the black actors make more than you, male ones, or the white women? Was it just white men were high and the rest of them underneath that?
I don't know, because the reason you don't is because it's technical and legal.
Right.
But I only got wind of one person.
Okay.
Specifically, one person, and so it was like, okay.
I heard that.
So I don't know. I didn't. I can't speak for everybody else, and I didn't need to try to find out because that's illegal.
Right.
But when I caught wind of someone else, and I knew that it was a specific number, and I knew what my specific numbers were, and this person came after me, I was like, okay. And then I said, listen, I'm not going to name names or do anything, but with what I'm bringing to the show and what I hope to continue to do, you tell me I'm hitting a glass ceiling. And it was like, yep.
Let me ask you, I just want to be semi-nosy. You can say no names, but how much more does someone make? Does someone make like 50% more? That person make 50% more than you, or 10% more than you? Like how close? How much was that gap?
Pierre, I love you, but I'm going to tell you that's irrelevant. And the reason it's irrelevant to me is it's not about just dollars and cents. It's devaluing, or what I felt was devaluing of what I'm bringing to the table and can continue to bring to the table.
But listen here, y'all. Isn't this the same thing that Monique was trying to tell us a long time ago? And people kept telling her to shut up and that she was talking too much and she was doing too much. Doesn't it? Doesn't that ring a bell? Does that ring a bell to anybody? Does that ring a bell to anybody? Here, let's get into this right quick. Okay, so give me 1 second. I wanted to I wanted to upload something. Let's go.
And I prayed about it, and I thought, I'm not missing that dedication in Jerusalem. Without the airplane that we have that I bought from Tyler Perry, and I didn't pay anywhere. And Tyler's one of the greatest guys. He made that airplane so cheap for me, I couldn't help but buy it.
Well, my question then, okay, all right, but I want to get to the demons because people are very concerned about that comment.
Give me a chance here, Inside Edition. I love your eyes.
Do you ever use your private jets to go visit your vacation homes, for example?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Again, getting back to the comment, you said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Can you explain what you meant by that term then? Just explain, because it's really simple. You said you didn't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. What did you mean?
Child, what does that really mean? What does that mean? We need to know. We need to know. What does that mean? Is there a certain group that just prospers, that's just up there? What's going on? What's going on? I think we all deserve an explanation of what is going on. Okay? Let's go ahead and get into this. Let me see. Let me bring this over here. Okay, is that it? All right, let's see if this is it.
Have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free?
Yes, sir.
Turn around and tell those people. Tell them.
Okay, so that wasn't it. Give me one more second. Let me try to find this clip. I'm trying to find this clip. Give me 1 second. We have things just so, oh Lord, everything's just so spread out. Yeah, so just give me one moment. I think I have it here. Okay, is that the file?
We know she a loudmouth. We know she'll say some shit off the wall, but what we know about it is she true to her word.
And all I would ask you is two questions. The first question is, did you not just say it was wrong?
Tyler.
Did you not just say it was wrong, Tyler? To say she was difficult for not doing something that she was not contractually obligated to do? Did you not say that you would feel that that was wrong? Or am I missing something?
I absolutely said that, yes.
So the question I would say is,
okay, is there a number? You know, just taking that back to them.
All right, so now we're about to, let's go ahead and let's really get into it. Come on, Debra, what's up?
Because 8th season was not a matter of, well, you know, we need to negotiate Debra's contract, or we're going to let her go, or, you know what, we're not thinking about bringing her back. Because at that point, when I started Mad TV, up until season 8, name another black woman on the show. I'll stop you right there because you can't. I was the only black woman. By that time, by season 8, they had changed white male cast members sometimes, right, black male cast members, right, and white female cast members.
Does this story sound familiar to you all? Let's go.
With just this huge problem, okay? And I'm going to take a couple of things in a minute because I just watched your podcast and it really broke my heart because number one, I feel you. I feel the sadness that's from you in all of this.
and I don't want you to feel that. I mean, especially for me, I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, I'm not anyone that wants to hurt or offend anybody, especially you. I think you are brilliantly talented. I think you should have a lot more happening than you that are.
Well, hey, isn't Debra Wilson, isn't she very talented? Hi, Norris Tony, how are you? You guys get on over to Norris Tony's channel. Yes, I'll share his channel tonight when I get off, okay? Now listen here, Debra Wilson from Mad TV, that's what we're discussing. Do you all know who she is? Well, listen here, you better stick around because later on, we will be showing a few clips of her, okay? Let's get into it. And Debra Wilson, she's a comedian from back in the day, okay? This is legendary, iconic, you know, Monique. She's on Monique's level, you know? She gets to the bag, she produces, right? Let's go. You're welcome, Norris. Absolutely.
I was still the only original Black woman on the show.
Right.
I had some value, and they're saying, yeah, but we're gonna not value the creative aspect of bringing you on and giving you money. However, we value you because so far we haven't seen another Black woman who do what you do.
So your financial value.
Now, isn't that it? Isn't that how it goes sometimes? Let's take a listen to what Tyler Perry had to say to Monique and her husband, her daddy, Sydney.
I thought for sure that if you had campaigned and wanted and played by their rules, what would happen is in the next deal, you would have got more money, millions of dollars, and your career in the film would have been much different. I believe that much in your talent.
Now, if she had done certain things, if she has surrendered, she would have surrendered for nothing because she won her lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
So in saying all of that, I just say it's just heartbreaking because I don't ever want you to think that I'm not trying to blackball or say anything. Please give me what I say. I'm not trying to hurt you. I would never try to hurt you. If Monique asked Lionsgate for a favor and they told her no, and she's asking for a favor that is not contractual, not something that they're contractually obligated to do, and they told her no, but then she went and told the world how difficult that they were, do you think that that would be fair or unfair? No, that's not fair. It's not fair. So the question, pardon me. So the question I would ask of you, good sir, because I appreciate you being honest enough to answer that with a.
All right, now let's get into it. These are conversations about Black actresses. You know, when one fall, we all fall, no matter how you want to look at it. You know what I mean? When one falls, we all fall. Let's get into it.
As long as I met his criteria, that would have done it. So say he made $100, you made $50. So if they gave you $75, that was enough. You want to be the same thing that he had because you value that was.
We're all doing the same thing. We're all bringing all of our shit to the table.
And that's the thing. Sometimes we bring more than others. But you sitting up here telling me I'm getting up every day, coming to work, bringing my best, making the last. I know the viewership is there. I know we're not lacking for anything. Up the pay so we can up these antics. Set the budget. Give me a budget. You know, if I'm over here working hard, baby, I want that to reflect in my bank account, is what she's saying. Shout out to Debra Wilson.
My thing is this: we're all bringing it to the table, and even.
And listen here. What was Monique's husband saying to her?
Relative quickness. I really do. So the question that I would ask you is this.
if we should do unto others as we would have them do unto ourselves, the question I would ask is, how do you sit back, or how would you feel if someone said about you that you were difficult to work with because you didn't want to perform for them a function that you were not contractually able or obligated to do? How would you feel about that?
Well, as I said, that's not fair. If I bring a movie.
But how long, Black women, are we going to keep accepting it's not fair, it's not fair, it's not fair? This is the nefariousness of it all. Let's get into this.
And I prayed about it, and I thought, I'm not missing that dedication in Jerusalem. Without the airplane that we have that I bought from Tyler Perry, and I didn't pay anywhere. And Tyler's one of the greatest guys. He made that airplane so cheap for me, I couldn't help but buy it.
Well, my question then, okay, all right, but I want to get to the demons, because people are very concerned about that comment.
Give me a chance here, Inside Edition. I love your eyes.
Do you ever use your private jets to go visit your vacation homes, for example?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Again, getting back to the comment, you said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Can you explain what you meant by that term then? Just explain, because it's really simple. You said you didn't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. What did you mean?
For Monique over there, I'm going to have to say them. I'm going to have to defend it. I'm going to have to fight them.
Well, it's easy. It's easy because all you would be doing is telling the truth. You are 6'6" black man.
Come on.
I ain't got no problem, man. I ain't got no problem. Trust me when I tell you, I ain't got no problem.
Well,
even though the contract was not favored nations.
Favored nations, right. Right.
Even though it wasn't favored nations, once I hit a peak, there wasn't even a negotiation to raise it, let alone to match somebody else. I'll say it again. There wasn't even a negotiation to raise where I was, let alone to match someone else.
Damn.
So when you talk about out there really windmilling, there was no competition. There was no competition. There is nobody that you can tell me that could stand in the ring with Debra Wilson on Mad TV. I need you to go ahead and pay me if you think it was somebody else that could run up against her. But this was back then. This was a fight back then, and we're still having this conversation today, people. Let's go.
that's why we saying then say it now. Say it now.
Say it now. I'm black and I'm proud.
Come on.
James Brown is counting.
And I prayed about it, and I thought, I'm not missing that dedication in Jerusalem. Without the airplane that we have that I bought from Tyler Perry, and I didn't pay anywhere. And Tyler's one of the greatest guys. He made that airplane so cheap for me, I couldn't help but buy it.
Well, my question then, okay, all right, but I want to get to the demons, because people are very concerned about that comment.
Give me a chance here, Inside Edition. I love your eyes.
Do you ever use your private jets to go visit your vacation homes, for example?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Again, getting back to the comment, you said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Can you explain what you meant by that term then? Just explain, because it's really simple. You said you didn't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons.
Damn. Yeah, that's
I'll tell you this, Pierre. I'll tell you this, Miss Symphony. Had they just said, you know what, Debra? we're going to raise your salary. It won't match his, but we are going to raise it, I would have stayed.
And sometimes it could just be all that simple. It could really just be that simple. But you have individuals out here that are just, it just appears that some people just are greedy people. It just appears that sometimes people are greedy. And what can we do about it? You know? But sit and acknowledge and just watch what's going on. Now, speaking of that situation with Oprah and Taraji, y'all got Oprah out here on press runs. Y'all got Taraji out here flipping her stories, and 1 minute she's hot, 1 minute she's cold. I wish that somebody would just, I don't know, somebody could just reach out and touch her or put her in your prayer bowl. You know what I mean? Just put her in a prayer bowl, put in your prayers, and let's just lift her up in prayer. And it is what it is. Until next time, so long.